What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I meant to post this video earlier, but I've had a really hard time putting these in order. So I'm finally bringing to you guys the WWE top 10 wrestling figures of the year. I didn't want to include too many ultimates. There's a fair share of elites, and there's actually a couple basics on here. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. But before we do that, once again, this is just my list. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with some of these, and I think some of these are even hot takes. So, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Put your top 10 down in the comments. Put them in order so I know exactly what you guys are thinking. But let's go ahead and get into number 10. Alright, so number 10 for the year is going to be the Top Picks Rey Mysterio Elite. This was by far my favorite figure of his for the year. I actually liked it a lot more than his Ultimate figure, which is kind of surprising considering, you know, it's an Ultimate edition. But the Macho Man tribute, the really bright yellow and bright pink, really set it over the top. I did a top 10 of the year so far. This figure was included on that list, of course. It's just such a beautiful figure. I love the gloves. I love everything about this, honestly. There's not a single thing I don't like about this, and I Am Lucha on the back. But that is going to be my number 10 figure of the year. Alright, I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one, so bear with me. Number 9 is actually going to be a pair of figures, and I don't know how well these are going to stand because these are basics, but you can't do one without the other. And that is the basic, I believe, 138 Toxic Attraction. These are dumb hard to get. They are both one per case, which is absolutely insane considering it is two first time in the lines. The details on, but now the basic figures do have their flaws, don't get me wrong, but the head scan on both of these figures are just, they're unmatched. They are so good. Not much detail on the back, but they're just so good. And this spot on the list is really just going to signify the fact that basics are in the middle of a massive change, and it's only going to get better from here. I think you guys know. Also, I'm going to be reviewing basic figures on the channel this year. That's how excited I am for them. So make sure you stick around for that. I hope you guys are excited. But Toxic Attraction is going to be number 9 on my list. Number 8 on the list is going to be the Elite Ruthless Aggression Series 6 The Miz figure. I have had this Jax Ruthless Aggression figure ever since I was a kid. I remember getting it in like 2008, and I've wanted this attire in the Elite line. I actually bought a spare Elite 3 Miz to make this attire, and then it got announced once I bought it. So I was like, crap, I just spent a lot of money on a rare figure to make it custom, and now they're coming out with it. But this is what I think of when I think of Ruthless Aggression Miz. This attire, hands down. I wish like one of these was a long sleeve, but that's an easy fix. But I knew from the get-go this figure was going to be in my top 10. So coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be the Ruthless Aggression Miz figure. Coming in at number 7 is another figure from the Ruthless Aggression Series 6, and this is an attire that we have all wanted ever since the Jax days, and that is the black and silver MVP. Montel Vontavious Porter himself, Mr. 305 from Miami. This attire has just been on top of everybody's wants for so long. To protect this ring on the side, the real like metallic silver they used, MVP on the back. It's so good. And these gloves are actually Rey Mysterio gloves, the same ones that you see back there on that Rey Mysterio. But it's such a good figure, and it's hard to knock it because we have wanted it for so long. But easily coming in at number 7 because I have wanted this figure so freaking bad. Getting into number 6, this one might have a little bit of recency bias, but I think when it comes to female figures of the year, this one's hard to top. And that is going to be one that came in at the very end of the year, and that is Elite 106 Roxanne Perez. We got an updated, scaled down NXT Women's title. It has the new rainbow colors that NXT has. Well, NXT 2.0 had, now the title belts have. Anyway, The figure is so good, from the paint splatters on the gear, and the fact that there are so many like laces on here, and there's not an ounce of like paint issues, which just blows my mind. Even on the back with the straps there, this figure is so good, and women's figures are definitely here to stay. I know if you are primarily a women's figure fan, you can check out Lumberjillville. He does only wrestling women's figures, but this figure is so good, and I'm excited for more NXT figures. As you see, there are 3 on the list so far, and it looks like there's going to be a lot on the list for 2024. So be ready for some reviews coming out. But Roxanne Perez is going to be number 6 on my list for this year. Getting into number 5 is one that I think a lot of people are actually going to have on their list because, I mean, hey, when you got a good figure, you got a good figure. And that is going to be the Elite 102 Gunther. The fact that this dude got in such amazing shape that they had to change the head they used because the other one was too big, and they had to give him a brand new updated torso only used by him. Mix in that with the beautiful red coat with the button deco on there. It's so good. It stands nice and tall. It looks just, it's everything you would want from a Gunther figure. The fact that it's the red, I know it turned a lot of people off the red with the stripe, and then you got the black back there. I know a lot of people didn't like that. They wanted the true black or maybe even like a navy attire, but the red looks strong, and this figure was definitely going to be in the top 5 of the year, and that's where it landed, number 5. Coming in at number 4 is one of the figures I had the most fun with for the year. I think it came out around the summer, and every time I look at this figure, I just, in my head, see it dancing around the display, Toy Story style, because of that theme song, and that is going to be the Ultimate Edition Seth Rollins. This gear is beautiful. They used a nice well, they didn't use a nice. They went ahead and used the Ravishing Rick Rude torso, the Ultimate, the Coliseum Collection one, in a different skin tone. Gave him the chest hair, gave him the tattoo on the back there. It looks so good. And as far as like some of the Ultimate torsos look a little strange. I'm not gonna lie, but this one really flows well together. And like I said, the gear, it's a nice, vibrant gear. Part of me wishes it was even more like obnoxiously saturated, like the Rey Mysterio that we see in the back with the pink and the yellow and all that good stuff. But I do like this figure a lot, and it is the first of only 2 Ultimate Editions on the list for the year. Alright everybody, now it is time to start dabbling with the top 3 figures. Coming in at number 3 is our second and final Ultimate Edition of the year, and that is going to be the Mattel Creations exclusive Logan Paul. Obviously, I think this head scan matches him better than any of the other ones. I hated the other head scans. You got to get your custom Prime bottle from Threadhead, but now we've got an official Mattel Prime bottle. You got to give him the updated United States Championship, and it's such a solid figure. It's kind of plain, but the fact that they knocked it out of the park so much just really sent it over the edge. And I've had him ever since he won the title. I've had him posed on my shelf just like this. I even got the custom Pokemon card on my boxing Ultimate Custom from Threadhead as well, because I didn't like the one that originally came with it. And that's not even getting into the fact that it comes with an amazing entrance jacket with interchangeable arms and everything. It's just such a good figure, which is why it got a number 3 spot in my top 10 of 2023. Alright, top 2 time, and in my opinion, either one of these are interchangeable, let's be honest. Coming in at number 2, and like I'm second guessing myself now because like this one would be number 1 if I didn't add extra things to it, and that's going to be the SummerSlam exclusive Dolph Ziggler. You gotta put the Intercontinental Championship with this man. This jacket here is an Orange Cassidy jacket with the shirt cut out. It was a little difficult to cut out, I'm not gonna lie. And then I chopped the sleeves off. You guys may have seen MDT do this. I gave him the idea to actually do it. But the vibrant pink, The red, white, and blue, the logos on there, everything about this is just what a figure should be. And something like this would make a phenomenal Ultimate. But that we're not getting any more figures of Dolph Ziggler because he is no longer with the company. So for this to be the last figure he gets from Mattel, what a way to go out, honestly. It's just such a good figure, and I'm so happy to have it, and it deserves its spot at number 2 on the list. Coming in at number 1 is another recent figure. Like I said, there could be some recency bias, but as far as fun factor and posability because of the formula choice and figure photography options, it's hard to argue with this one. But we're going to go with the Elite 105 Dirty Dom Mysterio. Of course, I added the I'm Your Poppy shirt from the Legends Eddie Guerrero. I took a Jazzwares bandana from Chris Jericho, I believe. Acetoned off the designs. It was the Le Champion bandana, I think. But if you even take the shirt off of it, he has a very striking purple and black gear that still look absolutely phenomenal. You put the John Nada flannel on here, you got yourself an even better fix-up. Like, there's so many options for this. The corrected skin tone, the longer hair, which we're even getting another updated longer hair one. The one we're getting has different boots, and the top torso is all black, has no deco hits on it. So, in my opinion, you're going to want to get the new Dominic and put that head on this one, because this is the way to do it. And maybe change the boots, because I saw somebody put some white boots on here and the tassels that come with the Santos Escobar from Elite 87, I believe. And it looks really good, but I think this is my opinion, the best figure of the year as far as just everything going for it. But this is just my list, like I said. Let me know your list down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.